Hey guys, David Wayne here. I'm coming to you live from Google Earth today. I'm going to do something a little unusual for me. I'm not going to bore you with a bunch of history or details or anything. I simply want to show you on Google Earth a few of the forts that I've been to, and as well as one other that I haven't been to yet, but I will. And I just wanted to know what's around each location and hear everyone's thoughts as to what you think these star forts and fortification places were in the past. So let's start here at Fort Independence on Castle Island. You see it right there. Okay, what's nearby here is the shipyard, our cargo container yard, Logan Airport, as well as Deer Island Wastewater Treatment Plant. As you can see, it's an old worlder, okay? And very close by to these two, so you got Fort Independence here, Deer Island, and if we go south just a little bit, you'll find a place called Moon Island, okay? This is an 1800s supposedly water treatment plant, sewage treatment, part of the Boston sewer back in the 1800s. Another incredible old world build out. But, anyways, and you can see Fort Independence here. And if you go east, about 3.5 miles away, there is another star fort called Fort Warren, just as impressive as Fort Independence, Castle Island. This is the one I haven't been to yet, but I will. And very close to here, we have Hull. And what's on Hull is Fort Revere. Fort Revere is one of these fortifications, Constitution, supposedly built in the 1700s fortification, okay? And I just wanted to show this because, you have this cemetery and water treatment plant here, which I find these water treatment plants very close to these star forts pretty interesting. Let me know your comments. So, two other forts to see here. Fort Trumbull in New London, Connecticut, I just went to. And when we go to Fort Trumbull, I noticed a few things around here as well. There's Fort Trumbull right there. And what I noticed here is you got a large waste treatment facility here too as well. Not only that, across the river here you have General Dynamics Electric Boat Division. Okay. And right on site at Fort Trumbull, this building right here is a government building. It's called magnetic silencing. First time there, seems pretty built out. Don't know if everything's connected or not, but the last place that I visited was called Fort Rodman in New Bedford, Mass. That's about 20 miles away, 20 or 30 miles away from Fort Trumbull. There's Fort Rodman right here. Pretty interesting place. Seemed to have a lighthouse on the top of it. Lots of brick in there. They don't let you in that one. But this has a large wastewater treatment plant as well. So anyway, I'd like to hear your opinions. That's 4 places that I visited, and the common thread is that they all have wastewater treatment plants, and all these locations are places that I've been to as well, discovering the old world. It's just everywhere. My opinion, Boston Harbor has been blown apart, and what we're seeing is the remnants of what's left over. like to hear anyone's opinion on this. And if you visited Star Fort's Fortifications and find these same wastewater treatment plants, I'd be entertained to hear about it. Thank you. As I scan over here, check this rock out. Looks like every other rock, right? And then you back up. Look at that detail in that rock, right? This is mostly underwater. You know, it's low tide right now. It has some words on the side, no, it's design. Very intricate. There's another piece there. I mean, that's part of some old building, right? And why would it be all popcorny, you know, blocked out on that? And then this is all perfect. It's got individual, you know, slats here. It's very intricately carved. Let's see what else is here. I started off showing this one over here. It's kind of the same thing. Very slippery, you gotta be careful. That looks to be some kind of, you know, like a Lego type of block, right? Watch what happens to the base here as we go around the corner. Gets super janky. So another thing I notice about this building is the blocked up holes here, the slits, and the bricks have just turned to like a concrete. Is that melted? I mean, it could be. Let's check this one out over here. You see a brick in there, and the rest of it is just melted. See that little brick in there? Everything in front of it's melted. There's another opening. All cooked on the outside, right? Here's a slot that isn't bricked up. See how it just turns to solid rock? I'm actually coming to the front where the gate is, the doors. And looky here. Like, look at how that just melts right out of the building. Like, what is that? So basically on the east side, melted out. And as I back up a little here, you see this big pile? It's turned to solid rock. Kind of looks like a pebblecrete. Is this a pebblecrete manufacturing? I have no idea, guys. Always guessing, never knowing. I have more questions than I do answers, that's for sure. So standing down near the water next to Castle Island, you see that you have these megalithic stones all stacked. You got your crosshatches. And then I noticed on the ones interior to it, there's a hole in the middle of each one. And these are probably 5 feet by 5 feet. Probably not very thick, but the ones on the outside here are just gigantic. And it surrounds this entire island. The ranger. Guy's got a cushy little job driving around Castle Island Fort, Star Fort, making sure the vaccinated are being good. Alright, I'm on the harbor side. And of course this place has a giant erection statue. For whatever reason. I see some brick melt up here, so just want to take a look. Okay, so there's Logan Airport. So I'm right across the way here at the Star Fort. And again, you get brick anomaly. Brick anomaly. Look at that one, just turned and pointed out. And then you have this opening, which has burnt brick on the outside, and then you can see a brick inside. And the next one over, sorry for the shaking, same shit. And then as we come in here, see that one has steel, but it also has brick on either side. And the mortar snot. And every one of these on the outside here in the front have that brick and steel. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then down at the end there you see the burnt brick. Same features as I just showed you. What's that doing here? And as I continue on over here, here's another one. And as I continue on over here, this is next to the cargo container yard. There's another one. Is that natural, guys? Alright, so you have these, I don't know, 6-foot high slits that are about 6 inches wide. And they go all down the front. You see the entryway right there. But let's just take a look at a few of these. This one has steel in it. This one looks to be blocked up with cement and old brick. Next one over, you have bricks. Sorry for the noise, a jet going right overhead. To me, that looks cooked, like it's been cooked out. Next one over. Just all cooked out as well. The wall itself looks all, This one here, you got some red brick on the bottom, and then it, has that melted look. And halfway up, it's plugged with granite. This one has a combination of red brick and melted brick. This one is just, it's got brick in there and regular rock and cement. has just been covered up with cement. This one is just granite. This one has steel and wood behind it. Steel and wood. Steel and wood. Blocked up with cement. Granite. Getting closer to the door. Steel and wood. Steel and wood. Steel and wood. And the last one before the door. Steel and wood. And it's the same on this side, just in reverse. This one's got 3. You got red brick, melted brick, and then granite. And you can see how the iron just stains the entire structure, right? That one's just blocked up with granite. This one's got just a steel panel blocking. And all the way to the corner here. See here? Looks like this granite's polished right here. Like this has been added. This piece here has been added after the fact. Actually, hold on a second. So I'm on the opposite side where I started over there showing you all the slits. And as I get to the end down here, I'm noticing that this whole front here, where all the slits are, they're fitted with, you know, like a 4-inch or 3-inch granite facing. Kind of see the new and the old, right? And as you get higher, you can see it's a little more janky and screwed up. Yeah, this has been all patched up in the front. Must have been a lot of damage. There's all the white sheep being tortured with a guided tour. I'm not with them, okay? Just let it be known. Hey guys, Dave here. I am back at Fort Adams, and I'm going in this time. Let's just have a look at this entryway. It's about 30 feet high in here. All right, let's go inside. Can't figure out this walkway here. Looks super worn. This place is massive. It's the first impression. And of course, you got the cannonball program as soon as you walk in. You could fit the Castle Island Fort in Boston inside this field here, inside this Star Fort. They said the tunnels were closed today, so, well, let's go see what I can find. So the first thing I notice is they've got constant construction going on here. And look at what they're storing this stuff in. Bunch of golf carts in here for getting around. But look at the walls. All brick. It's a shame that they're all gated off. This one has a brick wall in the front. You can see how that, what appeared to be like a fireplace, goes right through. Just how it was built, guys. This is crazy. Look at the walls. They're going to claim this is all just 200 years old. Look at the archway walk through back there. Look at that wall. You telling me they built it like that? There's no freaking way in hell. Sorry. Just room after room after room. All right, let's just keep it on here. That one's filled with water. Oh my God, look at that. It's not filled with water, but look at the machines in here. They look like old boiler type of machines. Massive, guys. Look at all the pipe work. just the boiler room in 1840, right? Man, looks ancient. You see brick and granite just all mumbo jumbled together here. Oh, that's pretty impressive, guys. I almost walked by that thinking it was just water in there. There's another entryway. Oh, look at the ancient brick, huh? Looks like it goes down there too. See how it goes down? What the hell? Can't figure out what these rooms were. One thing's for certain. This thing took a hit. I mean, to pass this off as a Civil War star fort, I'm going to walk by a couple of these guys. I'm not going to look in every one with the camera. I'm definitely looking with my eyes, though. I mean, how can you not look at this as transformation? There's no way it would be built this way. It's been destroyed. Oh, these stairways, I don't know if they're... I don't know if you... Oh, it's locked. Can't get up there. Definitely massive construction here. The tunnels say right there, but they did say it was all off today for the tunnels, so that kind of sucks. This area is bigger. Let's see if I can take a peek in the tunnels. Figures on the day I come, the tunnels are closed. It's funny how that always works for everyone, right? Yeah, so they're closed. Underground tunnels, it says, see? They're all closed off, but this is another exit entryway. Attack of the white goo everywhere. Oh, check this out, guys. Bricks in the mix. Ah, look at that. Stairs to nowhere. Oh, the tunnels are even further along, so you got to go into this area. And then the tunnels are down. The tunnels are down that way. Ah. I see a lot of janky walls that way. Let's see what else I can find. All right, the tunnels were right over there. Still working down, walking by rooms. Looks like some of these were built out with wood and drywall. And as we near the corner area, notice above me, all brick, right? And then you have this section here. Sorry about that, guys. I pushed the wrong button. I can't figure out what this section is right here. Looks like you can't go down there either. Maybe you can down here. I see some weird stuff in there, guys. It's gotta get in there. Like, looks like a stairway over here. Maybe I'll be able to get down in there. Oh, it's roped off. Damn it. I'll try to sneak some pictures in there, because my walk-around camera here can't get in there, but I'll sneak some pictures with my better camera, see if I can't get some detail from in there. Yeah, what the heck? I see machines down in there as well. Look at the size of this place. Yeah, the camera's not picking up on what I'm seeing. Like I said, I'll break out the bigger camera and see if I can't get some detail in there. Looks like you can get up top over here. If you just look at the archways here, you see Lichtenberg lines and you see just bricks everywhere in the archways. See all the bricks. This place wasn't built for Civil War defense. Obviously, it's something else. Alright, guys, continuing on. Alright, down a little bit further, rounding the corner. I don't know if you can see that sketchy archway there with the stairs going up to the top. If you look inside there, you see brick wall. It's all curved in different directions leading up the stairs. And look at this archway here, proving that it's 100% all brick. And look at that funny shaped archway there with bricks inside. Like I said, I don't know if you can see inside the rooms with the small camera. Maybe you can. I'll find out when I get it home. But I'll get some pictures anyway and show them now if you can't. All right, time to go up top of this thing. All right, looks like they're having some kind of function going on. Getting ready for dinner here. Some kind of picnic at the fort for the Coast Guard or something. All right, guys, we're going up top. Before I go up the stairs, I just want to show. You see the archways here? It's all brick. All right, let's go up these stairs. Oh yeah, I mean, come on. These stairs are saggy, guys. Definitely don't feel like normal stairs, I'll tell you that. Whatever they're cooking smells good. Looks like chicken from up here. Okay, there's the Narragansett Bay out there. Newport Bridge. Look at the thickness of these walls. I mean, look at this. This isn't two pieces. This is one piece shaped like an arrow, like an arrowhead. I guess it could be two pieces together, but that seam looks like it's been blended. Not like these where you have the mortar in between. That one doesn't. Designed to shed water, huh? Oh, you can walk all the way around here. There's the seawall over there where I was finding all that. Seawall down there where I was finding all the melted rocks and bricks and what have you. Let's keep going. Alright guys, gonna attempt to show you this little area walking by. It's a tour getting ready to take place there, but if you look down inside this, she's talking about the cannon power and what have you. Oh good, I'm being chased by a tour. I wish I could get underneath there. Let me see if I can get down there and view that stuff. These stairs are funky.
Okay, be careful on the stairs down. Your momentum might get a little bit quicker because of the change in the risers.
That. Built that way, guys. There's where I was just above. Park myself over here in the shade. Check this room out. These are all built out. Changed forever. There's all the white sheep being tortured with a guided tour. I'm not with them. Okay, just let it be known. Sorry about the wind. Can't get over this floor. Alright, I'm near the point of the star facing east. That's a point of the building right there. Follow my camera. I want to show you something up here. See that little brick up there? What's that doing up there? About 40 feet up. Curious as to what people think here. Like, to me, it looks like, it doesn't look like covering. It looks like something happened. You can see the Lichtenberg lines in the so-called cement that you would think is cement on top, but I don't think that's the case. I think this thing took a hit, and that's just what happened. Yeah, I don't think this covering on top is cement because it's so thin. It's about 1/8 of an inch thick. Why would they cover it all up with 1/8 of an inch of cement? I think something happened. It solidified everything. And I turn here towards the ocean, or the Narragansett Bay, and just wow, look at this wall. It's all like a red pebblecrete. Yeah, this is all destruction, guys. Look at this. It's all melt. It's all melted structure, guys. See this? That brick is stuck in there, as well as that one. And look at that one being cooked out. That used to be a red brick, just like that. So were these, guys. Just have to show some more of this melt here. The bricks go all down underneath as well. You can see the pipelines down the side of this. Look down here, guys. Bear with me. What's that? Structure, right? It's melted structure, guys. This is all the same stuff right here. So we go from this sandstone appearing melted up right into concrete, rocks, bricks, and back to the same material that's on the top. That's all the same piece. Makes up this entire wall. All right, look at this here. Giant pebblecrete, brick appearing concrete. See this melted giant piece right here? It even has something printed in it. I don't know if you can see that. Fort Adams, I think it says. What the hell's up with that? Someone just stamp it? Alright, so I was just showing you that seawall before I head on inside. I wanted to get this entry area here. See what this is all about. Here we can see bricks that are nothing's covered up with like a cement that way. So why would only half be covered up with cement and the other half not? No. These aren't. These seem to be melted out, destroyed. weathered. Plants growing through them. Steel bar. See this steel cage here? Looks like the rod out. Looks like that was melted. Look at that. It looks like the rungs were melted right out of it. See that? Wasn't pirates trying to get in, guys. This was damage. That's what happened. Oh, check out this printed brick. Pretty unique symbol. I'm going to stop and get some pictures of that. Looking at these openings here that have been covered in or suffered damage, they look totally different than the rest, right? This one here, I don't know if you can see, it's got granite. Looks to be cement and rocks, but also brick. Then it looks to be solid rock. Just all transformation, guys. Crazy. You see this corner over here? Look at the precision on this corner and how it was built. How are you? Good, thank you. Look at the point. Really? 1800s construction. They were just perfect. And look what this thing is sitting on. There we have our white goo. All melted, right? So this is supposedly built on this bedrock that you're looking at. To me, it just looks like melted material. This goes for about, I don't know, 100 yards. See the steel sticking out there? And all the pot marks, the drill marks. There's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of drill pot marks in this. You can see them there all up the side of this melted rock. All right, like to a point. They just had the ability to lay all this out perfectly. Perfectly. And then you see the mounds over there? Huge mounds and some building with the door open. We're going to check that out too. But yeah, hopefully we can get in here. Okay, so you got to buy a ticket first. Alright, I didn't come all this way. Door is about 10 feet tall, the opening. Alright, I didn't come all this way not to get a ticket, so. Oh, I see bricks in there, guys. Yeah, we got to get in there. Perfect archway here. So here we are inside. Looks like a museum. They turned part of it into a museum. Let's just take a walk around here. Look at that fireplace. I don't know where I'm going, guys, so bear with me. Vaulted ceilings. Just brilliant, brilliant work, guys. Look at this room. Holy shit. Look at the bricked arch ceiling. Just perfect, right? And then they got all the look at the dynamite cannonballs, all different size cannonballs. All the weapons and the muskets. Yeah, come on, really? Yeah, a lot of these have been built out to, give people something to look at, but obviously the construction here is what you want to be looking at. Bricks all along the floor. And you see the top here? Guys, there's bricks underneath that. So wherever you see red plaster up here, it's been covered up. As well as these archways. You can see the bricks in here, right? So this whole thing, what you're looking, bear with me, this whole area all the way through is just all bricks. And of course, that's where I was looking in. So this is all bricked archways that have been covered over with a layer of cement or plaster or whatever they did it with. Or it could be a signature of what happened in the event, right? You see a lot of melting, and you see a lot of Lichtenberg lines everywhere. You can see the bricks coming through here, everywhere, like right here. See bricks down here. And of course we have the mighty, renowned men of old. Getting the cannon ready, boys. And you had your cannon holder, your cannon stuffers. And this guy looked like he had the most stressful job of all. What a goofy look on his face. And guys, this cannon sitting here, and they're going to tell us that it shot out that little window right there. But there's just no way. Look at this. So we'll get this guy's view up here. They just blasted out that tiny little window in the back, huh? No. No. So this is all brick. Yeah, it's fascinating, guys. Look at this one. The lengths that they go to lie to us is incredible. Just precision stairs. There's no way these were built in the 1800s. No freaking way. Again, let's look at some more brick before leaving this area. You can tell the whole thing. Walls, especially the ceilings, they're all brick. I don't know what this is. They even put an elevator in here, guys. It must go down. Should I try it? It's just for firemen. Must go down, right? Hello, David Wayne here. I am in Hull, Massachusetts, Hull. I'm at a place called Fort Revere. It's at the highest point in Hull. Pretty strange place. Geographically, within a stone's throw of World's End Park. Not that far away from Fort Warren on St. George's Island, and not that far away from Boston and Fort Independence on Castle Island. So I wanted to start out by showing this massive, what was so-called a water tower. Just a massive brick and stone, and yeah, looks like cement, but it's stone. Blockwork is amazing. It's got a giant steel door on the bottom here. Because it's not open. Yeah, I'd say it's about 80 feet or so tall. It's massive. Down at the bottom here we have manhole cover, and look at that. A fire hydrant. Ludlow. We've seen that before. So anyway, I'm going to take you over to the fort, and I just wanted to say that the narrative here is this thing was built in 1776. Revolutionary War time. You know, when Paul Revere was carrying his lantern on the back of a horse in Concord, this thing was like 90% done. Wait till you see this place. It's pretty wild, so.
In 1775, Paul Revere rode his horse to Lexington to warn the Minutemen that the British were coming.
Paul Revere was a great example of an ordinary man who became politically involved and who becomes symbolic of the American Revolution as someone who risked everything to make history and to change the world.
Paul Revere was born on New Year's Day, 1735, in Boston, Massachusetts.
Paul Revere was an artisan, and that's a very important class in the 18th century.
By 1760, Paul Revere was a master silversmith and sold his wares throughout Boston because he was a guy who knew everybody in Boston.
Revere married Sarah Orne in 1757, and after her death, Rachel Walker in 1773. In total, he had 16 children.
British soldiers invaded Boston in 1768. One of Paul Revere's first known political acts was to do an engraving showing the Boston Massacre and what became one of the most famous images of the American Revolution.
And because of this etching, there was massive support for the Patriot cause. It was a propaganda piece.
Paul Revere was also one of the leaders of the Boston Tea Party.
On December 16, 1773, a number of colonists disguised themselves, mounted the ships, and dumped the tea into Boston Harbor, an event that we now call the Boston Tea Party.
During the Revolutionary War, Revere served as a lieutenant colonel of artillery in the Massachusetts militia.
Paul Revere also manufactured gunpowder and cannons for the Revolutionary War, and he actually was the first one to produce paper money for the United States.
Following the war, Revere expanded his business interests and opened the country's first successful copper rolling mill, which provided the U.S. Navy a domestic source to copper-bottomed ships. Revere died a wealthy man in Boston on May 10, 1818, at the age of 83.
So now that you know the real story of the dentist turned revolutionary hero, let's dig into the down and dirty.
How many of you know that Paul Revere was a Grand Master in the Masonic religion? How fitting it's just right outside a rock quarry entrance in the middle of the woods. All right, you see the tower up there on the hill? This is down on the back side. I just passed this coming in to Fort Revere, and I wanted to show it. It's a giant cement block structure. Don't know what it is. You can see all the Lichtenberg lines all over it. So it's built into the side of the hill. And yeah. I believe there's a chimney on the top too, so let's see if I can walk up this way. Yeah, so if you go on the top of it, it's just a giant mound. There's a chimney at the top. Anyway. Alright, so there's the tower over there. There's a little parking space over here. And this is Fort Revere right here. Doesn't look like much, but I guess there's a lot of underground tunnels and stuff that we can walk through. There's a little narrative right there. We're not going to get into that, but we're going to walk in over here and just take a tour of this place, okay? Alright, the parking lot's up there. I'm down here in the fort, and looking across, it goes a long way. This place is pretty large, so let's see what this place is. Check this out. Old world concrete, all muffed up. You can see the steps here. We got the Lichtenberg lines everywhere. So this place definitely took a hit. It's echoey in here too. Look at these. What the hell are these, huh? That's some massive steel right there. They'll tell us that this is some kind of World War II installation, right? Another ring there. Yeah, there's 4 of those rings around here. There's another one right here. And these things are massive. They say the ring itself is probably 20 pounds. Very steep steps. Lichtenberg lines everywhere. I'm just going to wander around through here. I don't know what to expect, so I'll just stop at all the places that look, meltology related. Definitely some kind of fire brick. Wow, this is like a maze. Yeah, some places you can see well in, some places are dark. Yeah, this is all like a refactory fire brick. That's what it looks like. Some stonework in here as well. This opens up to another area here with the same rings on the wall. Yeah, this place was blasted. You can tell. The rings, the big rings are in the same spot. I mean, you think of this, right? 1776 build time? I mean, really? You're talking 75 years before the Revolution? 80 years. I mean, the Civil War. Oh, look at here. These are pipes coming up here, and there's electrical wires coming out at the top here. So there was conduit running through this giant concrete. I mean, come on. 80 years before the Civil War? This room has a fireplace in it. And it has a manhole cover right in the center. Obviously some kind of industrial, right? I didn't realize they were so industrious 80 years before the Civil War. And here's another bay with some more rings. Let's go up this way. Yeah, it just keeps going and going. Imagine on the other side where I showed you the tower and the other side with that blocked off passageway. I bet you it all goes underneath the whole hill. Huh. Check out the top here. Yeah, definitely all underground. This thing's been buried for sure. Some more chimneys. Refractory brick lined, or refractory material lined. Look, geez, there's more of those circle bays over here. Come on. Look at this one. Yeah, this wall here that I'm walking on, it's probably about 10 feet wide. It's got the Lichtenberg lines on it. Walking out, and there's a cemetery on this side. Just screwed up. But this is a pretty big wall right here. Goes down about 30 feet. thing's loaded with Lichtenberg lines everywhere. White snot coming out. All right, parking lot over there. Standing on the wall, and you see this destruction part right here. Found a little bit of a clue in here. Inside, deep inside the crack there. It's a brick. Again, with these closet-like appearing openings, you have a manhole cover space below. On one side, you have pipes coming through the wall, top and bottom. You have pipes coming in that way. All along the back wall, there's all kinds of stuff. You got steel pipes all destroyed on this side, and then at the top you got a pipe going that way, and then at the very top you have bigger steel pipes all degraded going up that way. It looks like there was a steel door over this as well. Yeah. Anyway, it's been stripped out for sure. And right on the other side, there's that one that came through. All brick. This is all fire brick in here. Again, pipes go all through this structure. Why? As you can see, it's pretty big. Of course, you see onto my left there, but I imagine it's in the side of that hill too, the parking lot. It's just on top of it. Okay. Look at this room. Manhole, and look what's under it, guys. Bricks. The manhole cover in, bricks all around. It's got another smaller opening here, bricks in there as well. Appears to be a fireplace, but doesn't make any sense. Steel cage. To me, this reminds me more of a some kind of power plant or filtration system or manufacturing. I don't know, man, but it's definitely not a Revolutionary War fort, that's for sure. I mean, come on. Paul Revere rode on a horse with a fucking lantern of fire, right? Warning all the people in their stick figure houses that the British are coming. And meanwhile, this was all built. Look at all the pipes coming down here. That's on the top. Really? What is that? Like this entire structure has got pipes running through it. Got brick transformation here. Again, that's just wood. Someone's dropping wood down from above. Yeah, some kind of weird. Giant steel just sticking out of the ground. And then, like the other one, this has a small room on the end. Again, all the pipes running through. A lot of pipes taken out too, you know? Yeah, this thing had some kind of purpose. What it is, I have no clue. I mean, if you would have told me that this was like from the 1950s, 40s, 30s, you know, it would make more sense. But 1776? Really? Look, there's even a pipe up here. All through the structure, there's Lichtenberg lines. Pipes going in every conceivable different direction. Huh. The birdie's nest there. See if we can see inside this room. Yeah, I mean, this room has a fireplace in it. Yeah, I don't know, and a manhole right in the middle of the room, because that's how you kicked it in 1776. You get yourself a stylish 1 million ton place, and you make yourself a little room with a fireplace and your own manhole in it, because that's how you rock it in 1776, I guess. Again, more pipes. Looks like there could have been like a electronic system here, right? Manufacturing of some sort. Alright, so as I'm leaving, coming up to the stairs, see the parking lot with my car. This giant steel and cement slab just sitting up here. See the I-beam right there? Yeah. Manhole cover straight down, about 30 feet below me. I mean, come on. I don't know what the hell this place is, but the narrative is definitely a lie. Yeah, of course. That's what it was, right? Oh my God. Whatever. I gotta go. This is the bottom of the cemetery. All terraced. Hey, David Wayne here. I am in New Bedford, Massachusetts at Fort Tabor Park. This is one of these Civil War / revolutionary fortifications. And I apologize about the wind, but I'm gonna take a look around here and see what I can find. Starting with this building right here. It stands about 30 feet tall, right on the ocean. Filled with earth material, with trees growing on top of it. Looks like a lighthouse on the top of it too. It's kind of odd. And then flanking it, you have the fortifications. We'll check it all out, but just wanted to get right up on this entryway here. It's, you know, looks like a star fort, right? That type of construction. Doorway's about 10 feet tall. Look at the size of the granite work in there. The block work here, guys, is menacing. I mean, you're talking 1862, probably 4 feet wide by about 12 feet long and about 2 feet thick. I mean, that's about 4 tons. And the side ones are just as impressive. Anyway. Steel, yeah. How did it get done, guys? All right, I wanted to see if I could get my little camera out here and have a look through this hole in the doorway here to see what's inside. I'll have a look around and see what else can find. But yeah, this granite work in here and brickwork. It's massive. It's intimidating. The blocks are all, 3-4 ton. A Civil War fort. How was it accomplished? All right, I don't know how far away a quarry would be from here, but it's pretty much near the ocean, and it's a long way from any quarry that I know of. You see the quarry lines there? The feather and wedge, right? Albeit larger. So the stone had to be quarried and brought here, right? That's the narrative. See all the, look at this. This is beyond feather and wedge, right? Looks like drill holes. See the bricks in there changing color, right? Lichen right here at the ocean. It stands about 40 feet guys. course, the plaques are everywhere. As the mighty, renowned men of old. It says electric on it. Alright. I can get into the larger fortification here. Let's start down low here. See if I can get inside somehow. Again, I apologize for the wind, guys. Just get over a storm. Oh, bird just flew by my legs. Alright. Oh, lots of birds in here. Just looks heavily damaged, guys. All right, I'm gonna break out the DJI camera because it's better in this low light, so bear with me. All right, let's see if the DJI can see in the dark a little better. There's a small room here. Can't see a damn thing. Pitch dark. I have no light. It's all brick, guys. Bear with me while I get my phone camera. Torch on. Okay. Just a small brick room. Huh, okay. And what is up with the small rooms, guys? Look at this floor. Bricks just sitting in here. Huh. Stamped brick. I believe it says F4 on it, not sure. Anyway, torch off. Well, let's take a look at the other side now. All right, I was just showing you inside the bunker there. Probably 6 feet by 6 feet in here. It's got a hole up through the middle. And it looks like bees like to visit here. But anyway, what is this? See this pier over here? Look, it's all made with quarried stone as well. Goes out about, I don't know, 200 yards. Apologize for the wind, guys. I just wanted to walk on it and give you a look at it. top of it, but definitely they're going to tell us this is quarried stone, right? See the feather and wedge everywhere. Like I said, it goes for about 200 yards. Let's see what the other side looks like. Same thing on this side, guys. Look at that, right? Looks like Pebblecrete. It has your drill indentations, your feather wedge type of narrative with it. Dimples, which I think are drill holes. Low tide, so I'll take a little walk out here. Look at this double feather wedge, huh? Come on, guys. Anyone who believes the feather and wedge narrative on stuff like this is going to have your head examined. These are drill holes, guys. Classic feather wedge, right? Now look at this one. This pier serves no purpose other than to probably stop the water